The Spud Goodman Show.
A warm hello to you and yours. You've now encountered the Spud Goodman Show, a darn fine little TV program. On tonight's episode, Spud meets up with actress Meg Tilly. He drops by an Oregon prison to chat with a public sector food critic and introduces the Vancouver, BC band, the Rattled Roosters. But right now, we're gonna check in with that Nielsen family Spud keeps harassing. Boy, even flat out begging won't get those people to watch his program. What a tough crowd.
How's it going? I mean, you do remember me. I was here a few weeks ago.
Well, you do look a little familiar. Are you the paper boy?
Never seen you before in my life. Honey, I'm locked and loaded. Just give me the word.
Spud Goodman. My name is Spud Goodman. I host a TV show. Don't you guys recognize me?
Oh, honey, it's that spooge guy from TV. It's been a while since you've been around here. Honey, hold your fire.
How do we know he's not some government agent? I just seen another one of these black helicopters this morning.
I can assure you, Mr. Fenton, I am no employee of the United Nations. I am in the TV racket, and that is why I've come back to visit with you and your lovely wife here.
I hope you're not going to ask us to watch your TV show again. We watched it last month and, well...
What? You couldn't make it through one measly half hour?
30 minutes is a long time. Henry is hyperactive, you know. I told you last time you were here he has trouble sitting still. Doctor has cut him off from the sugar.
I miss my Twinkie. I want a Twinkie.
No, dear, it's not good for you. How about an apple?
Look, can we deal with your husband's behavioral disorder some other time? You're a Nielsen family. I need a little help here.
Well, there must be something else we can do besides watching your darn TV show. Well, how about a nice dinner? I was going to fix a pot roast. What's one more butt at the dinner table?
How about a ding-dong?
No, Henry, you already had too much sugar today. You ate 2 Snickers and a whole glazed ham.
Hey, would it be okay if I called you guys this week to remind you to watch my show? Because if I could get just one Nielsen family to tune in, just one, I could double my ratings.
How about a can of sweet potatoes?
Well, maybe with dinner, dear. Listen, Spunky, you can call if you want to, but we don't have a phone in the trailer here. However, Henry does have a shortwave radio, though.
Okay, I'll take some more glazed ham.
I'm getting the feeling that this is not a good time. Maybe if I drop back by in a couple weeks, what do you think?
You can if you want to, Spinky. Drop by anytime.
The next time you come, bring some cinnamon rolls or Cracker Jacks, okay?
Yeah.
Honey, I need to start the roast pretty soon. You go shoot something.
Affirmative.
This is going to be big, really big.
Well, have you ran it by Spud yet?
Ah, the little punk will shoot it down anyway. He has absolutely no vision.
Jerry and I are talking to a major player in the direct-to-video market in Hollywood. These people are very interested in our project.
Well, that's great, but I just don't get it. Why would anyone buy your idea and no one returns my calls on my Thong-a-thon game show pilot?
Well, just what is your idea?
Well, you know that Jerry's favorite video is Dorf Goes Fishing.
Dorf goes fishing? That piece of crap? There aren't any babes in it. No sex at all. Just that has-been Tim Conway. Who buys these things anyway, for God's sakes?
Hey, I love that video. I've worn out 3 copies already so far.
I guess they've sold 3 million copies. So we wrote a treatment for Dorf Goes Fishing Part 2, the gill netting experience. Jerry here read that Tim Conway isn't interested in doing this project. He's working on Dorf Goes Skeet Shooting. So the starring role is wide open.
If you cast an Elle Macpherson or a Kathy Ireland as the new Dorf, I tell you, you can move 30 to 40 million units easy.
Jerry's insisting on starring in it. As the writer of the screenplay, he feels he's the only one to play the part. He's going to take Dorf to another level.
Hey, if you guys need an extra or someone to help out, just let me know. After all, I'm a pretty good bass fisherman.
That's nice to know.
Hey, tell the dummy it wouldn't hurt to write in a few scenes for babes in thongs. Just give me the word and I'll put out the casting call.
Don't call Jerry a dummy and we'll get back to you. Right now, Jerry and I have to take a meeting.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
You know, ever since that pretty boy, Greg Kinnear, got that part in Sabrina, Spud has been obsessed with getting his little toe in the door of Hollywood. So of course he jumped at the chance to speak with actress Meg Tilly. Let's check out their conversation.
You're kidding.
What? No,
Well, this
I'm
is
not.
embarrassing.
Well, yeah, it's embarrassing for you.
But we just announced that I was gonna interview Meg.
Well,
and you are.
Don't you have like researchers that?
I don't have people.
Really?
No.
Oh well.
So you are.
In actuality, I'm Jennifer Tilly, the other Tilly sister.
And
there's
so,
two of us. Some people labor under the popular misconception that there's just one of us and we work all the time. Yeah, but there's two of us. There's Meg. She's got 3 kids. She's married. You know, she did Agnes of God, The Big Chill, Amadeus. And then there's me, and I'm.
But you're in the business.
Yeah, I'm in the business also. I'm also an actress.
Getting into movies is all about knowing somebody who knows somebody. And here I am talking to someone who actually makes movies. So what the hell's my next move?
Perhaps we could talk about some of my projects.
Well, so yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have like something new coming out?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I have a movie, Eating Pen. No, thank you. But maybe a little later on.
Okay, maybe.
I have a movie, Eating Pen. I do with Stockard Channing. It's on home box office.
I love Stockard Channing.
Yeah, I do too. She's fantastic. She's a real professional actress. I like working with professionals.
You do, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have a
maybe we can get beyond that for a few minutes.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, you did kind of get off to a bad start.
Tell me about it. You think it's embarrassing? How about, anyway, you know, this happened a couple years. This is the first time it happened with the Baldwin brothers, but I don't want to get into that
Well, you know, there's 3 of them, so
yeah, I know. Tell me.
it happened 3 times.
Anyway, so,
Anyhow,
okay, the movie. What do you got coming out?
I have a movie coming out called Bound. It's,
Bound.
Me and Gina Gershon play these.
Gina?
Yes, Gina Gershon, pure showgirls.
Showgirls?
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, she wears clothes in this movie, most of the time.
Okay.
And we play lesbian lovers that double-cross the mob.
I'll leave that alone.
Pantoliano.
Oh, okay.
He represents the mob. He's my live-in boyfriend until I meet Gina. And then, of course, I fall for Gina because she's so much more glamorous and gorgeous than Joey.
What I need is a screen test. Something on tape which showcases my acting abilities opposite someone talented. Yeah, someone like, No, wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Didn't I just see you, like, on Cinemax? Like, Friday night? Like, it was like 10:30?
Not Cinemax, home box office.
Home box office?
You know, all those cable channels look the same.
You were really good.
Right, yeah. I was pretty fantastic, but, you know.
Well, okay. You're a movie star. Super. Now we're talking here.
Right.
Do you, like, meet a lot of directors and producers?
Well, usually, like, when I'm at a film festival, you run into a lot of people. When I go to premieres, I meet a lot of director, producers.
Super. We'll follow up on that a little later.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it would be sort of tacky to interrupt the interview right now and break into my audition piece. Is kissing important? I mean, knowing how to kiss on screen?
Well, see, what I found a long time ago is what feels good when you're actually doing it does not look good when you're watching it later on. And so there's like a lot of logistics, like whose nose goes where and who gets to have their full face to the camera.
You have to decide those things, huh?
Yeah, usually with actors, you're always trying to, you know, maneuver that you get more face in the camera than they do, and you know, you don't have to worry about
FaceTime
that.
is important.
That's right. FaceTime is important.
Super. In closing, is there anything that you would like to say to my viewers now that we all are familiar and know each other so well?
Yes. Do I look right into the camera?
Yes.
Change the channel now. What are you doing watching this guy?
Our special musical guest hail from Vancouver, BC. Please say hello to the Rattled Roosters.
By the university, got shortbread cookies and roasted black coffee. Yeah, but that ain't the reason why I go there. It's a pretty little witch with the short dark hair. She's giving me free coffee, so fine every time. Well, I don't know if she'll be mine. I should leave her a dollar or leave her a dime. Catch my eyes and hope she can read my mind. But she's serving some guy I am. She might as well be blind. There's a reason I'm open this garbage free. When she turns to the fella, said, this is how me. She's giving him free coffee, so fine every time. But I don't know if she'll be mine. I should leave her a dollar or leave her a dime. Free coffee, hot black is becoming bad. But there's only one thing I like. not a cup of java, hot and black. Free coffee's oh so fine, I love it every time. I don't know if it should be mine, but I won't leave her a dime. Free coffee's hot and black, it always gives me a golden bag. Well, there's only one thing that I like, and it's not a cup of java, hot and black. By maybe a week or so, I thought I'd drop in and get a coffee to go. When I walked through the door, she flashed me a wink. She said, stick around and pour me a drink. She'll give me free coffee, so fine every time. But I don't know if she'll be mine. She'll leave her $1 or leave her a dime. Free coffee, hot and black, keeps me coming back. But there's only one thing that I like, and it's not a cup of java, hot and black. Oh, free coffee, I love that coffee. Why won't you be my coffee girl? Well, I love my coffee girl. Well, I love coffee, I love kiwi, I love Jeff. Jeff loves me a coffee when it's free.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
I'm still not over my surprise.
I've introduced Spud to a very nice woman, but he's just not interested. My baby is living such a life of solitude. It's lonely being a big TV star. He's so isolated. I think he's afraid of women now.
Mrs. Goodman, you don't think he's, well, not attracted to women, do you?
He had a big poster of Jane Fonda from Barbarella in our rumpus room, and he belonged to the Nancy Sinatra fan club.
Well, that's good to know, because I was thinking about introducing Spud to Kevin, my oldest sister's son-in-law. He's a pro baseball player in the White Sox organization.
My Spud loves women. He just needs a little help. Even Elvis had to send his people out for a little female companionship.
You know, there's a very attractive woman who delivers pizza to the studio. I think her name is Shelley. Maybe I ought to get her phone number and pass it on to Spud.
That redhead? Nah, Spud is partial to brunettes. I was thinking of putting in a personal ad in one of those singles newspapers. What do you think?
Well, I met my third wife through a personal ad, and we still stay in touch. Sorta. Sometimes, though, she calls me up late at night and talks dirty to me. Frankly, I find it totally disgusting. But hey, she seems to enjoy it. I mean, after all, she did let me keep my ski boat.
Whatever turns her crank. So, should I place that ad for Spud or not? He could meet the woman of his dreams and then maybe consider taking that vacation and giving his mother, who almost died giving birth to him, a chance at guest hosting. Look what happened to Jay Leno.
Mrs. Goodman, can you explain to me why a woman would scream the Pledge of Allegiance while having phone sex? I mean, I find it totally annoying, especially at 3 in the morning.
Spud's father was always partial to take me out to the ball game.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'm going to do it.
Oh, Mrs. Goodman, what if people hear you? Right now would not be a very good time.
No, I'm talking about the personal ad. I'm going to start working on that tonight.
Oh, it's okay, Mrs. Goodman. That sounds fine. Listen, I gotta go.
In the talk show biz, you sorta have to interview the occasional author. A program can't book a constant diet of supermodels. Viewers with, like, masters and PhDs start to complain. So here's an author, Frank DuPont, a public sector food critic.
All right, before I begin here, I should probably speak to you at home. I realize I should be interviewing a big-time celebrity right now. But you know, in the TV industry, things happen occasionally. These big-time celebrities cancel at the last minute, and we gotta scramble to fill airtime. So that's why I'm here at this federal prison in the state of Oregon. This guy right here to my left is Frank DuPont. He's supposedly a famous food critic.
You rolling tape now?
Yes, and I would appreciate it if you wouldn't do this interview with your mouth full.
No problem, Spud. That is your name, Spud, isn't it? We're here to talk about my book, aren't we?
Yeah, but what I'd really rather deal with is why the hell anyone would do what you do. You're a public sector food critic. You review food at prisons, hospitals, college dormitories. Who the hell cares about this stuff?
You'd be surprised, Spud. You know, 94% of America is eaten at a public facility. People attend college, go to hospitals, serve in the armed forces, committed to mental institutions. It's pretty rare that somebody hasn't sampled public sector cuisine.
Other than renting the Shawshank Redemption, this is my first taste of life in the joint. Hey, I wonder if Pepto-Bismol is considered contraband here. Can I ask why you're picking out here in the kitchen instead of breaking bread out there with the prisoners? It's kind of rude.
My palate needs solitude, Spud. I simply can't work around thousands of amorous federal prisoners. These are desperate men, Spud. These are lonely men.
Like it's different at any college dormitory?
Oh, the food fights here are a whole lot more scary. Could I get another milk, please? Another milk? Milk? This milk is adequately chilled.
I wonder if it'd be rude right now to ask if I could borrow a few bucks. Maybe send out an intern for nachos. No, thank you. You know, I used to hate that crap they served in high school to us. Those boiled cereal sort of meat hamburgers, the disgusting tuna surprise, the really weak apple crisp.
Could I get a couple extra of these to go, please? Anyway, Spud, it seems like it's been a long time since you sampled food at a public sector facility. Things have really improved. There's some of these kitchens that serve 4-star cuisine and others serve, well, pig slop. It's my job as a public sector critic to tell the public where to go for that gallbladder operation, what insane asylum to be committed to, and where to be stationed for boot camp.
So, what kind of review are you going to give the prison?
Well, with all due respect to Chef Louis, that pasta salad was a little heavy on the olive oil. This on a shingle is tasty, but way too salty. But the rack of lamb is spectacular. First rate.
So you're giving this place a thumbs up?
Don't do thumbs, Spud. A qualified finger raised skyward is my own personal trademark for approval. And yes.
I must admit, the baked Alaska and the chocolate raspberry cheesecake does smell marvelous. Great. Hey, can I have a sincerity shot here? All right, super. To you at home, I apologize. I hope I didn't bore you with this thing. You know, I myself almost nodded off a while back. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
So when's this going to air?
Who knows? But let's hope it's after they make a decision whether to renew or cancel a program later.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
You can get plastic plants, too, if you want.
Well, if this is what you want, I'll be the rat.
We're just a little concerned about what your son is up to. He's not communicating with me these days. I guess the suggestion that he consider a hairpiece wasn't well received.
Yeah, well, he is a little sensitive about the hairline. Okay, so I wear the wire and you put me in touch with the programming guy at the network, right?
Right. But there are no promises that Ed is going to want to do business with you. He told me he'd give you 5 minutes on the phone to make your pitch. And I'll tell you the truth, he's not looking for TNA, okay?
My project is not TNA. Sparky Goodman's Thong-a-thon is not exploitation. It's a game show that revolutionizes the industry.
Okay. So you wear the wire at all times when you're with Spud, right? Test, right?
When he and I have quality time, you will hear every word. I hope you don't mind a bit of profanity on tape. We have a tendency to really cut loose when we watch Melrose Place together.
No problem. Just make sure that I'm able to keep up with what this guy is up to. I don't want any surprises in this stage in my career. You know, I came that close to getting the producing gig on Tammy Faye Baker's talk show.
Now, there's a babe. I wonder if she'd appear in the thong on my pilot.
Just stay close to your son. If I can turn this show around, I might just be able to get back to Los Angeles. A real town and produce a real TV show. You got it?
Ah, the bond that a father has for his son. It's heartwarming, isn't it? Well, time to head out of here. Be all that you can be. God bless and ciao. Once again, the Rattled Roosters.
Together, I know it's rare. You want me on it, that's what I believe. But when the word divided, I'm misguided. Your love words are on the man to see. How you do when you don't want ever to believe. You say you love me and you're thinking of me, but slow down, girl. Cause when I'm out there, there's another guy kissing me. Well, I'm alone to miss me. He's on the string, so you're brave and rare. How you doing? You must be really care. Well, it may not be your one and only, but I'm gonna love you like only I can. And then we'll get touch, you know, it's too much. Well, you'll be equaled by any other man. You and your friends keep quiet. Can't stop this cheating thing. Well, I guess there's a body you want to hard. Run me to my knees like a giant shame. You do when you know what I'll be saying.